just want to welcome you all to this, the opening night of our Luc Moulet retrospective. Yeah, I mean, the retrospective runs through the 14th, and as I said earlier tonight, this is a real labor of love, like a sort of holy grail retrospective for me personally, to be able to show so much of Moulet's work in such a concentrated period of time in the presence of the man himself, no less, is very moving, very intense for me in a good way. And yeah, I'm happy to say that we're showing 10 features. 5 of them have been newly restored in 4K, and to that end, I want to thank Cinema Guild for making these amazing films available here in the US, so many thanks to them. Additionally, I want to make sure you're all aware that we have 3 programs of short and medium length work by Luc, which if you're familiar with his work, then you know that some of his most incredible films are in the short or medium format, so you'll definitely want to catch those programs if you can. But it's getting late, so we should get to our final film of the evening, which is The Smugglers, Les Contrebandiers from 1967. This was Luc's second feature film, and I think you'll find that it encapsulates a lot of what those of us who are like militant Mouletites, I don't know, he'll have to correct me on this, but the film already encapsulates a lot of what fascinates a lot of us about his entire filmography, and I thought since we're going to hear from someone much more important than me in a second, I would keep it extra concise and just leave you with something that one of Luc's old colleagues, Cahiers de Cinema, the writer and theorist Jean-Pierre Houdart, said about The Smugglers, which is, Moulet's film doesn't speak to us about the world, it is the world that speaks there. So with that said, it is an immense honor to welcome Luc Moulet.
The Smugglers was the only film of me shown commercially in the States. 56 years before. La contrebande, c'est l'activité la plus proche du réalisateur de film, comme l'avait dit Martin Scorsese. Ce film est donc une sorte d'autoportrait.
So smuggling is the closest activity to film directing, as Martin Scorsese said, and so in some ways this film is a self-portrait.
Les réalisateurs préfèrent masquer leur originalité sous une apparence banale et trompeuse, comme Godard avec King Lear, Wells avec Touch of Evil ou Lady from Shanghai, ou encore Cassavetes avec Killing of a Chinese Bookie.
Filmmakers like to mask their originality behind some kind of veil, whether it's Godard with King Lear, Wells with Touch of Evil, or Cassavetes with Killing of a Chinese Bookie.
Les Contrebandières est un faux film d'aventure, un peu comme Tulane Blacktop. Mais je ne sais pas si les gens connaissent Tulane Blacktop.
The Smugglers is kind of a false adventure film, a little bit in the vein of Tulane Blacktop, but I'm not sure if people here know about this film.
Ce film est axé sur 2 femmes, comme Gentlemen Prefer Blondes ou Johnny Guitar. C'est aussi parce qu'à l'époque, j'étais célibataire.
This film focuses on two women, like Gentlemen Prefer Blondes or Johnny Guitar, also because at the time I was single.
Je vis à Paris et je tourne dehors, souvent en montagne. Ce film montre deux aspects de ma vie, puisqu'il y a un peu de tournage à Paris et beaucoup en montagne.
I live in Paris and I shoot outdoors, often in the mountain, so this film shows two aspects of my life as both of these locations are present.
Tourner dehors, c'est mieux parce qu'il n'y a pas besoin d'éclairage. Sur un de mes films, l'électricien était payé plus que Jeanne Moreau.
Outdoor shoots are better because you don't need extra lighting. In one of my films, the electrician or the light designer was paid more than Jeanne Moreau was.
C'est un film avec des ruptures et des inversions. Il y a un ruisseau qui gravit une montagne et ensuite il se jette directement dans l'océan. Dans un hameau en ruine, derrière une porte, il y a un réfrigérateur.
It's a film full of ruptures and inversion. You'll see a stream climbing up a mountain to launch itself into the ocean, and you'll see a disheveled house behind the door of which there's a refrigerator.
Les deux actrices troquent soudainement leurs vêtements.
The actresses switch clothes out of the blue.
L'une d'elles court en avant et fait ensuite une marche à reculons, tout comme le son du film.
One of them runs forward and then suddenly starts to walk backwards, just like the sound of the film.
Ce film finit comme il commence, comme par exemple Belle de jour de Buñuel.
This film ends as it begins, kind of like, for example, Belle de jour by Buñuel.
Je crois que c'est plus juste parce que la vie tourne en rond.
I think that's the right way because life goes around in a circle.
On commence par vivre caché dans le ventre de nos mères et on finit, enfin moins souvent maintenant, enterré dans la terre.
You begin hidden in the womb of your mother and you end, less often now than before, in the stomach of the earth.
Il y a pas mal d'influences, notamment Ben Turpin, Bergman et Alléluia les collines, Alléluia the hills d'Adolphus Mekas.
There's quite a lot of influences there, Ben Turpin, Bergman, and Hallelujah the Hills by Adolphus Mekas.
Pour la première fois dans mes films, il y a un petit sentier plat au milieu d'une barre rocheuse. On le retrouvera dans beaucoup de mes films.
For the first time in my film, as you'll see in many others of mine, there is a little flat path through very rocky mountains.
C'est comme le léger film de la vie.
Like the light film of life.
Fait en 1967, c'est mon premier film où la drogue joue un rôle important.
It's shot in 1967. It's the first of my film where drugs play an important role.
Le réalisateur français Jacques Rivette l'avait mis dans sa liste des 10 meilleurs films de l'année, ex aequo avec 2001 de Kubrick, qui avait coûté quand même un peu plus cher.
The French director Jacques Rivette had placed it in its top 10 of the best films of the year, in equal standing with Kubrick's 2001, which of course had a slightly larger budget.
La réalisation a été un peu difficile. Je me souviens qu'on tournait au fond d'une gorge et j'ai dû remonter sur le chemin en passant par une plaque rocheuse qui devait peser 1 tonne et qui a glissé sous mes pieds. Mais je suis encore là.
Directing it was hard at times. At some point, we were filming in the neck of a valley, and I found myself having to climb up when a rock that weighed multiple tons slid under my feet. But I'm still here to tell the story.
Il y a eu des choses amusantes dans le film, c'est qu'il y a eu un feu pas très loin, à 20 km du lieu de tournage, et je suis allé filmer en faisant semblant de filmer le travail des pompiers, mais c'était un prétexte pour envoyer mon acteur filmer en avion le parcours de 2 de mes actrices. Donc j'ai pu avoir un plan d'avion gratuit.
There were some fun things also. There was this a forest fire that broke out 20 kilometers from the shooting location, and under the pretext of wanting to film the firefighters at work, I got a free plane shot of my 2 actresses.
Je me souviens que j'étais allé tourner dans un village perdu, on appelle ça Hortonborough, qui n'avait plus d'habitants, où était née ma grand-mère. Et il y a le maire qui habitait à 5 km de là, qui est arrivé parce que j'ai envoyé mon assistant sonner la cloche de l'église.
We also shot in a small village that was now a ghost town that happens to be where my grandmother was born. And the mayor, who now lived 5 kilometers from there, came around because I had sent my assistant to go and ring the bells of the church.
Il voulait chasser l'équipe, mais il était seul contre 8 et il n'a rien pu faire.
He tried to kick out the film crew, but he was alone against 8, and so he couldn't do anything.
Voilà.
There you go.